Hey, it's Nomad. So I am still trapped in Osprey Point. Probably till about 5 a.m. is my guess, because I fell asleep around 6, 7 p.m. To take a nap. That's why I'm posting this a little late. And I slept till 1 a.m., which is the time it is now on April 4th. Or I suppose 5th now. Yeah, April 5th. And I just tried to get out again. It's gone down about halfway, so I think by the morning time, like 5, 6 a.m., I should be able to get out of here. But it's still too deep, man. I can't get out. So I've been stuck here for almost 24 hours, and it's annoying. I'm getting very bored, but it's okay. Like, we're having fun with it as much as we can. I did do some streaming on Twitch today again with lighter singing and some just chilling on Twitch, and yeah, so my day has been boring as fuck, guys. I haven't done a whole lot. I've been sitting in my van, barely running it because I'm almost out of gas. So we are doing our best, but yeah. You know, I said, so maybe this is a good time to talk about, dealing with frustrations and things that don't go according to plan, because obviously that's what's going on with me right now. I really like this jazz song. It's by a guy named Chet Baker, and it's called Look for the Silver Lining, and it starts out with some trumpet, and then it goes, look for the silver lining in every gray cloud that appears, or something like that. And I think the second line there was wrong, but it's something like that. And I really like Chet Baker, man. His songwriting, at least. I think all of his songs are about love. And to me, when I listen to it, it's almost like religious music. It's very interesting to me. Like, he's got a song called It's Always You, and he's like, whenever a breeze drifts by, it's just you. The hook line is, it's always you. And to me, when I listen to that song, I think of God, or the whole universal consciousness theory, where everything is one. It's all one. I'm sure you guys have heard that before, and I truly believe that. Not only from like a religious perspective, but also just scientifically. I believe there is some higher planes of consciousness that other entities and deities exist on. However, with this whole thing, I like to frame it this way, because if you're not spiritual or religious, it makes sense this way. So, if you guys know anything about string theory or like quantum physics, string theory says, like, underneath an electron there's like a smaller particle, and underneath that particle there is another smaller particle, and then what string theory suggests is that inside of the last particle there is strings, little threads that are all woven together to create the tapestry of reality. And even that is supported by theories about like how vibrations are what makes density of mass. So like, everything is made of the same stuff. It just vibrates on a different frequency. And that's what causes it to be solid or gas or liquid. And to me, the whole thing that's interesting about string theory is, if that's true, let's say at the smallest level, all of life and atoms are just strings, doesn't it make sense that it's all one? All of those strings are going to sit there and interact with one another on a molecular level. Our skin, when it touches the air, is interacting and distributing information with the air and the particles in the air. And to me, that's what all of these religions and all of these spiritual practices, Native Americans, Buddhists, etc., that's what they're all talking about, is the fact that we are connected to everything and everyone around us by our field of energy. And I truly feel you can expand your field of energy. You can make it bigger. You can make it more influential. And Ram Dass a lot of times talked about cities, which are powers. And in Hinduism or in Christianity, Christ's miracles would be considered cities or powers. They're things that holy beings are bestowed because they're so in tune with the flow or Dharma or God, whatever word you want to use. And so, like, for example, like Christ turning the one loaf of bread and fish into the Sermon on the Mount, or, walking on water, that kind of stuff would be a city. And what Ram Dass says about cities is once you are far enough along on the spiritual path, you will start to realize you have some cities. You have some powers or gifts that you are able to give that are only you. For me, I think some of those are like my intellect or my mental health experience that no one else shares. I mean, seriously, I've never met anyone that went through the same shit I went through as a kid. Foster care, yeah, but all of it combined. I mean, pieces of it other people share with me, but my whole childhood combined is so unique and messed up. So I think a lot of people, don't share that with me, so... And I might sound a little aggressive tonight and annoyed. I just woke up. And I am still stuck here. So, I'm fine, but I have food and drink, and I'm good. But it just sucks. Woke up freezing my butt off, so... But yeah. So, I don't know, I was just ranting and rambling. I don't think this video is going to be that entertaining, but... It's interesting stuff, and if you guys have questions about some of the concepts I'm talking about here, I love talking about this stuff. But it's hard when no one's asking questions, because I will just ramble, and then I get off on sidetracks, but that's who I am, man. I can't help it right now. Can't change instantly. It takes time and dedication and practice. And I've had about 24 hours to be sitting here thinking about shit. So, yeah. But hopefully tomorrow I can get out of here and get to work. I gotta put gas in the van. I'm almost out. But, alright, I think that's it for tonight, man. Thanks. Nomad, signing off.